Hi everyone, it's Sunday, September 17th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. So it was a rather uneventful week again in the U.S. market as some steers are facing poor demand. The big news for the week was the start of the auto workers union strike against the big three Detroit car makers. Now, while the strike could affect demand for auto leather, right now the plants being targeted have a minimal, if any, impact, it seems. But actually the situation does bear watching in case the strike ramps up to include other facilities. Heavy Texas steers were down $1 this week at $26 for selections averaging 64 pounds. And again, the lack of footwear demand has the biggest effect on this selection, as well as for Colorados and branded steers. Other selections remain relatively steady. Now, cows are also stable, but it could be that the upside is now limited for those prices as well. Combined export sales for the week ending September 7th were again better than last week at 562,900. On the other hand, combined shipments were down this week by 11% at 474,600. Estimated slaughter for the week ending September 16th was 632,000, and that's up 13% from the previous week, but remember that was a holiday shortened week. Turning to Europe, editor Andrea Guolo says that the shoe and bag fair has started in Milan and the slowdown in footwear is evident and is now affecting the finished product. Actually, he'll be in Milan all week reporting from MyPel and MyCam, but also most importantly from Lineapelle, which starts on Tuesday. Because of the fair, prices were unchanged last week, but that doesn't mean that the push for higher levels eased. Mainly, this coming week is going to be a showdown to get some contracts signed. British prices are unchanged this week amid some intense slaughter. The 36 plus kilo British ox is at 72 cents sterling per kilo, while the Irish price is also unchanged at 77 cents in euros. The problem here is the lack of a market for the small sizes, actually. For European bulls, sellers are rather stuck in place because no tanneries are inclined to pay more in the current sales climate. The price for North German bulls is steady at 40 to 49 kilogram selections at 95 cents to €1.05. And prices for Southern German hides are also stable ahead of the fair. European cow market prices were unchanged, but there could be a few shifts at the fair this coming week. And of course, the strengthening of the euro is also becoming an issue again. For veal skins, prices are still the same, but it looks like any increases this week could be rather unlikely. In his analysis, Andrea lays out what could happen in Milan this week and what to watch for, and he also takes a little deeper dive into the state of footwear this year. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel says that the average price of fresh hides was unchanged at 65 cents per kilo in reals, and the reference price of TR1 was stable at 65 cents per square foot in dollars. Other Latin origins were again unchanged, but Argentina's market could be in for some increases in raw material in the coming week. In other news from Brazil, August hide and skin exports were up by 25% over July. The country's footwear exports fell 6.5% through August in 2023. And a cyclone destroyed the CBR tannery in Musum, Brazil. From elsewhere in Latin America, Colombian footwear manufacturing slipped from its 2022 recovery levels. In Mexico, clothing production is down more than leather production in July, and overall Peruvians are spending more on fashion than they are spending on footwear. That is all we have for this week, and until next week, good night from HideNet.